This is something that most people never even consider when it comes to hand numbness. Now, of course, buy a good pair of gloves. If you want to find out what I think is a good pair of gloves, then it's in my YouTube channel. Just type in best gloves, or I'll put a link at the end here. But actually, it has more to do with bike fit than it does the actual gloves. Let me show you what normal should be. The way my bike is positioned, and by the way, I got all this information from a guy named Steve Hogg. You could read all about him on the internet. I have no relation to him. Great information on bike fit. I personally have had bike fits before from various people, and some were pretty good, some absolutely sucked. I had one where the guy raised my saddle so high and I was shoved forward. All the pressure was on my hands. And I started getting hand numbness, and I said, hey, look, dude, I can't have hand numbness. I'm a chiropractor. My hands are my business. He says, well, this is the best and fastest, most aerodynamic way position. I was like, you know what, screw this guy. So here's what I learned from Steve Hogg. It has more to do with a balance point on your body. So if you're having trouble with hand numbness, it's probably because there's just too much pressure on your hands. When you ride a bike, let me show you, and you're in a position like this with your hands on the hoods, you should be able to ride at about 80 RPMs or so. And when you're pushing at about that strength, you should be able to just let go of your hands. There's an old saying, you should be able to play piano with your hands on the handlebars. So right now, if my saddle was either too high or too far forward, called 4, then there might be too much pressure on my hands. So here is what you're gonna do to solve this problem. You're gonna take your saddle and you're gonna move your saddle back just a little bit by about 5 millimeters. Now there are numbers here to tell you how many millimeters there are. So you're going to move your saddle. This is just an experimentation to see if you can get pressure off your hands. You're going to move your saddle back 5 millimeters, and what you will do is you will loosen this bolt here and you will lower the saddle by about 2. So for every 5 millimeters backwards or aft, you will move the saddle down 2, and you're going to experiment with that. Now, of course, this is going to increase the reach to your handlebars, but 5 millimeters is not that big of a deal. And we're going to assume that your saddle is too far forward anyway. So if you move it backwards, the reach will increase. If it reduces the pressure on your hands, that's our goal anyway. So when I did this myself, it was an amazing difference. I suddenly felt like I was sitting right smack in the middle of the bike. It was almost like if you're on a surfboard and you weren't tipped forward and you weren't tipped back. It was just that perfect balance point. And when that occurs, there's very little pressure on your hands. Your hands are there to just give a wee bit of support for your body and to really just steer the bars and keep you upright. You're not supposed to have the majority of your body weight on your hands. So try this, experiment with it, and let me know in the comments if this video helped you out. If you need new gloves again, I'll put a link right here at the end of the video. Today's video sponsor is Mother Good Earth, and they are a great company because they are, first of all, sponsoring this video, and second of all, they have the greatest minerals ever, and they have a philosophy of minerals come from the earth. So where do you get it? From the earth. And so watch what I'm gonna do here. We're just gonna go down. It rained the other day. You just take a nice cup here and just scoop up some mud. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna mix this Mother Earth with water and drink it to get all the minerals that come from the earth. So you could see I just mixed it with water and all the chunky goodness is in there. Beautiful for minerals. Oh my God. Oh, screw this. I don't need the money. No more sponsorship. Okay guys, good news. I have a new sponsor, By Optimizers, and they have Magnesium Breakthrough. This actually I do use. I take 2 tablets at nighttime. It helps me sleep. It's got 7 different minerals. Now, of course, Mother Earth supplies minerals in the dirt, but it needs to come into the vegetables. And if the soil isn't good, if you're not eating organic vegetables, you're not getting as many minerals as you really should be. So that's why I take 2 tablets. It's got 500 milligrams of magnesium in it, and it's got 7 different types of magnesium. The reason I take this is for a number of reasons. It regulates my blood pressure, it keeps my heart healthy, which is an endurance athlete I really want, and it helps me sleep. It's easy on the stomach, easy to digest, no digestive trouble, and this is actually a sponsor that I could stand by. Oh man, who's gonna clean up these chunks?